This audio horror series contains themes of horror and adult themes. Viewer discretion is highly advised. You have been warned. I don't know why I'm doing this again. Okay. I don't know when I'm doing this again. I don't. Something about this is just pulling me back. It's pulling me back. Let's get this over and done with. So, let's just put up these fucking pages. Okay. I haven't slept all day. I'm going mad. I think I'm going mad. Okay. Let's do this. I call this tale Welcome to Malontine. I had been riding through the desert for a day too long. No towns, no travelers, just sunburned earth and the endless whisper of the wind. My canteen was dry, and Clementine, my old patient mare, was starting to limp. That's when I saw it. A town nestled between two red rock hills, like it always been there. Malontine. Big bold letters carved into a sign so withered it looked ancient. This thing is, I'd ridden these trails before. There ain't no town called Malontine. Even on the maps I have in my bag, there is no town called Malontine. Still, I was desperate. Desperate for water. Desperate for rest. Desperate for food. So I went in. It was the strangest town I have ever saw in my whole entire life. The buildings were old, but untouched by time. Shutters hung straight, paint barely peeled, and flowers bloomed in window boxes like someone had just watered them. A dog barked in the distance. Somewhere a bell chimed. It was almost welcoming. I dismounted and tied Clementine near a salon, with swinging doors and golden letters, the dusty hollow. Inside was cool and dim. A slow piano tune floated through the air. At the bar, a tall man with slick black hair and a red vest polished a glass. "Evening, miss," he said, not looking up. "You thirsty?" "I am," I muttered, settling onto a stool. He set a glass in front of me, amber liquid glowing like honey. first ones on the house, he said. I raised it to my lips, but something stopped me. Something was off. The mirror behind the bar was cracked. The piano had stopped suddenly. The glass felt warm, and when I looked around, the bar was empty. No bartender, no sound, no sign of life. Only dust thick enough to choke on. Peeling wallpapers and cobwebs thick as ropes. The drink in my hand had turned black and filled with nothing but bugs and dust. I stood, knocking the stool back. Hello? I called. Only silence answered. I stumbled out the door with fear in my eyes. And the town had changed. Windows shattered, doors broken, blood smeared across walls and porches. Fire long dead had scorched the wood. Flies buzzed over bones. In the street, I spun. Heart thundering. Then I tried to find Clementine, only to realize Clementine was gone, and something was watching me from the shadows. Dozens of them, faces half missing, eyes hollow, necks twisted at wrong angles. They whispered one word over and over. Stay. I ran. I fell to the ground, but I got back up. I didn't stop until I reached the graveyard at the edge of town. That's when I saw it. A massive stone monument slick with moss and rot. To the victims of the massacre of Malontine, June 17th, 1856. May they rest. May their screams be heard. Beneath it, a list of names carved deep into the stone. The last name sent ice down my spine. Clara McGar, traveler, strayed too far. That's me. That's my name. That's my name. I turned, and the townsfolk were there. Not alive, not dead. Eyes glowing, mouths stitched into smiles. The bartender stood, and what? You look thirsty, he said, again. And as they closed in, I realized I never left the bar. I never left the town. Malontine doesn't let anyone leave. If you're reading this, if you see the sign, if you hear the piano, don't stop, don't look, don't drink, and for God's sake, don't walk on yourself into Malontine. This story is kind of messed up. Oh my God, my cousin. Get a car. Get somebody. Shit! Update. It's been a week. They found my cousin in the middle of nowhere. With a crumbled ghost town named Malontine. We found it.